This is the incredible life of Dr. Michelle Letarte. This is Dr. Michelle Letarte. She received her BSc at Université Laval, Quebec City, and her PhD at the University of Ottawa. Both degrees were on biochemistry. For postdoctoral fellowship, she was enrolled in the biochemistry department at the University of Oxford with Nobel laureate Professor Rodney Porter. There she learned immunochemistry and worked on the characterization of membrane proteins of leukocytes. She was the first to isolate Thy1 antigen from rat thymus, and this led to her future research on the identification and characterization of membrane glycoproteins. Dr. Letarte set up her first laboratory in 1975 at the Ontario Cancer Institute in Toronto, as an assistant professor in the Department of Medical Biophysics. In 1980, she was recruited by Dr. Erwin Gelfand at the Hospital for Sick Children, where she worked on leukemic cell markers. In 1984, she joined as first women professor in the newly founded Department of Immunology led by Dr. Rick Miller, and worked as graduate coordinator for the next 3 years, a position that brought her much closer to the graduate students and their needs. They all worked together to put on a very successful International Congress of Immunology in Toronto in 1986. She was appointed full professor in 1987 and took a sabbatical leave in Lausanne. During that time, her lab completed the cloning of C10, the marker for common acute lymphoblastic leukemia antigen, CALA. Their monoclonal antibodies to childhood all led to the identification of a unique molecule, classified as C105. Subsequently, they cloned and sequenced human endoglin, which they characterized as a co-receptor for the TGF-beta superfamily. They identified endoglin as the gene mutated in the vascular disorder Hereditary Hemorrhagic Telangiectasia type 1, HH-tone. From 1991 to 2001, Dr. Letarte served as counselor, vice president, president, and past president of the CSI, and was elected to the Council of the International Union of Immunological Societies, IUIS, in 2005, and soon after was asked to chair their education committee, which she chaired till 2017. The IUIS is an umbrella organization for more than 80 member immunology societies. With the mission of promoting immunology, addressing inequalities, and contributing to global health, the vision of IUIS is immunology without borders. The Education Committee is dedicated to developing countries, and thanks to the special perspective of Michelle in coordination with the board and committee members, immunology courses throughout the low to middle income countries have connected science with local challenges, promoting education of precision and international cooperation for community building and development.
I think what I have most enjoyed is being as chair of the IUIS Education Committee, to be able to go around the world and meet students and faculty from different countries. And our focus has been Africa and Latin America. So the interaction with the students, seeing how they get involved in the course, and over the years seeing how many students are now in staff immunologists or postdoc in influential labs and have returned to their own countries to set up their own group. So I think this is the reward.
This emeritus immunologist has known how to be a friend endowed with humanistic value. Her lightning work in education in the less developed world has shown us that academics and scientists have a greater responsibility to avoid decline through training, knowledge, and cooperation without borders. Michelle is a global leader in continuing education, relevant to humanity, with social immersion. As a result of her exhaustive work, education is more inclusive, diverse, comprehensive, transversal, close, resilient, and sustainable. She has been worthy of special mention in science books in Mexico.
Seeing red relates to my research on endoglin. that we discovered on childhood acute lymphoblastic leukemia. For years, we collected umbilical cord and placenta samples from newborns of families with hereditary hemorrhagic telangiectasia, a disease due to endoglin mutations. Therefore, red has been the predominant color in my scientific career and has affected my artistic production.
Hi, my name is Letarte.
And I'm Malim Lava.
We wanted to express our gratitude for the opportunity we were given at the end of 2022 to present our master's research at the Immunopaedia conference in Lusaka.
We would also like to wish Dr. Letarte a happy retirement and thank her for her immense contributions in the field of immunology.
We hope Dr. Letarte will be able to spend some much needed time on her hobbies and enjoy some time with her family.